And with these cold temperatures, we're all looking forward to spring and looking ahead to that. But it also has us thinking a little bit about recycling our used oil and antifreeze. And joining me to talk a little bit more about that right now is Ethan Richardson with the Saskatchewan Association for Resource Recovery. Thanks so much for coming in this morning.
Hi, and you're welcome, and thanks for having us. Yeah, with spring, we look forward to getting back in the fields. We look forward to getting our farmers out, and with that, of course, we're generating a lot of used oil and a lot of used antifreeze. And the important thing to do is to know that that material is recyclable and can be used over and over and over again.
And we have our oil and antifreeze mascots right here. Can you tell us a little bit about the environmental impact it could have if you don't recycle or if you have improper disposal of oil and antifreeze?
Well, improper disposal of oil, of course, can impact our waterways, our land, and even if it gets into a landfill, it's hard to manage in these engineered locations. So again, it's important to keep that out of our environment. As I mentioned, oil can be dropped off at one of our 35 eco-centers for free from the public, or if you have large quantities, you can call a collector to come collect it and make sure that it's reused.
And can you explain to us the process a little bit about how oil is actually recycled?
Well, oil is one of the best products to recycle because it can be cleaned and re-refined basically into material that it's just as good as new motor oil. So in theory, you could use that oil infinitely if you get it to the right spot and it gets reprocessed.
And also, it only takes, in terms of the environmental impact, as I understand, it only takes a very little bit to actually impact the aquatic ecosystems. Can you just give us an example of how harmful this could be with just a little amount of oil?
We like to say in the industry that 1 liter of used oil in a waterway can contaminate up to 1 million liters of fresh water. So we're looking at a 1 to 1 million ratio of contamination. And of course, it doesn't take very much material to go a long way to affect our aquatic habitat.
And has there been much interest in the program? Are you really trying to get the word out there about the program, or are Saskatchewan residents pretty good with recycling their oil?
Saskatchewan residents have been really good with recycling oil, used oil filters, and the containers that the oil comes in for the last 21 years. We've diverted over 360 million liters of oil from being improperly disposed, and over 6.6 million kilograms of plastic from being disposed in our landfills. So we've been doing a really great job. This year, we're really focused on antifreeze. Antifreeze was added to the program in 2014, and our numbers have been up and down. We're trying to figure out how to get more antifreeze recycled, and again, antifreeze can be cleaned and reused, the glycol recovered and made back into clean antifreeze again.
All right, and just before we go, can you just remind residents how they can get involved and take advantage of this program and where they can go to find out more?
Well, the easiest way in Regina is to go to our Eco Centre that's operated by Crown Shred, and they will accept small quantities of oil, antifreeze, or containers and used filters for free from the public. No charge. You just go and drop it off. And in Saskatoon, there's an Eco Centre as well, and in, like I said, 35 locations across Saskatchewan. So visit our website and find the nearest drop-off and make sure that material goes back where it should.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much, Ethan, and our lovely mascots for coming in this morning. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
And we're going to take a quick break right now. If you're watching Global News Morning, we'll be back in a moment.